introduce ourselves. And with you this week, my name is Enrique.
My name is Eli.
And my name is Tristan.
Jessica Jones, Season 1, Netflix show, Defenders universe. Same universe as we've covered with Big Pun and Dare Devalier. Now we're covering the third of 5 shows and characters with Jessica Jordan Jones. I added the Jordan. Can't lie to you. I think she's a big MJ guy. Let's start off with our one sentence review. I want to get it from my guy who's got to have the hottest take of anyone, Tristan. What's your one sentence review for this?
This could have been a 6-episode season, and they made it twice as long.
Funny thing is, I don't actually necessarily disagree with you, is what I was going to say. I don't really have a review, to be honest. Like,
What the fuck?
I've seen it before. I like it. I love it.
Give us something, man.
I was saying that a couple times, too.
You know, wow, that is a hot take. Jessica Jones in a bigger universe would be very cool if it wasn't just Defenders.
That's fair. I'll go with the third act felt like convenience after convenience after convenience, and that kind of sucks.
It's very much a tale of two shows, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's like the first portion, which is like PTSD, mental struggles, and all that, and then the back half, which is like a chess game.
Mm-hmm.
It's before and after Kilgrave gets captured.
That's really the big point for me, is because after they get him, really, to me, it's when they attempt the first capturing of Kilgrave.
Yeah.
And they get all the way there, and then they lose him to the private security. Because like, after that, I'm like, all right, he's just going to conveniently get out of every possible situation he needs.
Yeah, that's about right.
Watching the season again, it's going to sound very critical, but like, no, there's a lot I like about this too. Watch this again, I was like, man, that Hogarth plot, what the fuck was the point?
Yeah, that was tough.
That was stupid.
I forgot about all of that. Well, that's not true. I forgot about how stupid it was.
It's just, there's no payoff for it at all. Like, Hogarth as a character is very much around in the Defenders universe, especially if you watch all the shows, which I know you guys will not and haven't. Because there's Luke Cage and Iron Fist exist. She's in Iron Fist a lot. I'll tell you that right now.
Oh, that's a great choice on a show to put her in, because I'm never gonna watch that one. So
don't worry, you don't need to see Luke Cage or Iron Fist. Both those shows 6-pack of ass cheeks, and it's funny because they're the only 2 shows that cross over after they all started coming out.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so dog shit.
I will say I don't mind Luke Cage in this at all.
He's very milquetoast.
Yeah,
that is very true. He has no character whatsoever.
Nope.
Mm-hmm.
All he does is fuck Jessica,
and then
I was gonna say something
wife.
along those lines.
And he goes, Reva, I gotta save her. It's like, bro, first off, you don't really love her. You be fucking bitches all the time, from what Jessica be saying. You know what I mean? Luke's motivation for the entire season is stupid. I'm trying to get her killer. It's like, okay, bro, you were gonna kill a poor bus driver over this shit. Now you're gonna kill poor Jessica. He was choking out Jessica, and not in the kinky way.
Bro, the bus driver was clean, bro.
The bus driver's like, man, I tried to do everything right for this man. I messed up once, and Luke Cage's like, I don't fucking care. You gonna die tonight. I was like, damn, Luke, are you Punisher or Luke Cage? Like,
yeah, that's pretty true.
What the hell?
It's crazy because Big Pun had done something like that. I would be like, get him, let's go. But
because we know Punisher's kind of a dick. Like, he's not a nice guy.
But Luke Cage,
Luke's very much shown to right now to be they want him to be a Punisher, but he's just not cool enough. You know, he's just like an anti-hero. He's just like, yeah, I out here fucking white women. Like,
I mean,
it's okay, Luke. Okay, like, and what is that?
It was like the first 20 minutes, bro, and Jessica Jones was like, "Oh, you're not gonna break me. You're not gonna break me when we're doing stuff." And he's like, "Yeah, I will. I will break you."
She broke her damn bed frame, bro. What the hell?
Damn, not the bed frame.
We can't afford those, dude. She's broke as hell.
Those are some. Never mind. Never mind.
God, I thought you know what? We talked about this off air, people.
Never
We told him to keep it down. And here we are on air, and he's going crazy again.
No. I'm good.
So, Luke
We're
Cage
good.
has diamond skin, right?
Yeah.
Does that mean he's always bricked up?
God damn it.
Or does that mean he can't get bricked up? Like, these are the important questions right now.
He can't be cut. So
Right.
If you tried to circumcise him now, you couldn't.
Right. But do you
But
think
I
it's
think-
always just hard?
No, I think his body functions normally. Because I don't think he has rock hard skin. I think he has impenetrable skin.
Okay. See, these are the questions we need to ask.
I don't think he's the thing.
It's
Like,
more
if he was
of a
the
magical thing.
thing, no, it's not scientific. But if he was the thing, right?
I'm going
The
magical.
thing's made of rock, so technically he's always on hard, right?
Yeah, that's
But
fair.
he's not. He's still got human skin and a human look. So I just assumed that, like, it's kind of like
And
Thor.
it feels like
you know?
human skin too.
Yeah, because you saw like Jessica caressing his titty at some
Right.
point.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's like Thor. You know, it's like a Thor Captain America kind of thing where he's just like super duper strong and like the particles in his skin they feel normal, but you try to hit him, it don't work like that. It's kind of like
That makes
like
sense.
vibranium. You know?
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
like, oh, it's super lightweight, but if you try to break that shit, you can't.
Yeah, fair enough.
Hey,
That's my only thoughts.
all right. I feel like I've asked this question and we've discussed this question before with other stuff. How are all of these people in New York?
Because,
Ask Marvel Comics.
Like, why
It's
are
New
they?
York.
How did this happen that they're all in New York?
Ask
a
Marvel
big
Comics because
place.
I've been reading Marvel Comics. I've been reading Daredevil lately. Every fucking superhero for some reason is located in New York, and New York specifically.
Uh-huh.
And there's been like 2 times where they have gone to the West Coast, and they made a big deal out of it.
Exactly. So it's
Like,
like,
the Avengers building is there. The Baxter building with Fantastic Four is in New York. The fucking Daredevil's running around there. Shang-Chi's running around there. Like, everyone's there.
exactly.
See,
Doctor
and what's
Strange,
funny is-
the what's it called? The Sanctimonium.
Spider-Man.
Yeah. It's
Like-
and that's what I was gonna say is what's funny about it is they make any excuse for it to be in New York, like in Homecoming. Like they weren't even in New York, and then they're like, "Oh, we're going on a field trip to New York."
Yeah, it's just it's the most popular city at the time when they started making comic books. So they're like, hey, we're gonna sell the most comics in New York. I might as well make that shit based in New York. You know what I mean?
Well,
What's
yeah.
the craziest part is because people be like, oh, Spider-Man's still in New York. I'm like, dude, every fucking comic takes place in goddamn New York except for DC stuff.
Maybe Batman should do some Batman stuff in Wyoming.
Well, he's in Gotham. That's not New York.
That's true. That's not. It's
it's
DC
not?
too, but
Gotham's basically Detroit, if we're gonna be honest.
yeah, that's pretty
Gotham
true.
is New York.
No, that's
Gotham's a
Detroit.
fictional place.
Metropolis. Metropolis is New York.
Nah, bro. Gotham
You don't even
is
know.
basically
This dude don't
New
read no
York.
comic books. He don't even read. He can't read.
Gotham. Whoa. Gotham is pretty much New York. Here's the other
No,
thing.
that's probably tripping.
This is where the boys did it really well, but that was because they manufactured people. But then it looks like all these gifteds, per se, the Defenders, they all seem to have been manufactured in some way, shape, or form.
All right, which ones? I can tell you all the comebacks from.
Oh my
Well,
god.
Jessica
Pick 'em, tell
Jones
me.
was manufactured.
No, well, that's what they're suggesting here.
Okay.
They're suggesting it, but we don't know.
We don't know for sure. I bet you Luke Cage would be something similar.
Yes.
I have no knowledge about Iron Fist.
Nope. I'll tell you real quick. Iron Fist was on a plane ride with his parents. It crashed down. They landed in the mystical land of Kung Lun. Fucking the parents died. He got trained by some monks. He came back. He was the Iron Fist.
So do
That's
we even
so
have
lame.
superpowers, or is he just a kung fu dude?
He has powers now
What?
because he learned how to concentrate his ki.
Because the monks.
It's like
Okay.
Dragon Ball.
Okay. And Matt Murdock, Daredevil.
He got hit with a radioactive isotope to the eyes.
Oh, see, I didn't know about.
They
that
say
one.
that in Daredevil, so you just did not pay attention.
It's not. Oh, it's a possibility, but that was a while
they
ago
did,
as
yeah.
well. So yeah.
But yeah, so two
kind of,
the
sort
four.
of manufactured, but not on purpose.
I'll give you half. Who would you say was manufactured?
Well, I said
Kilgrave?
I didn't say Kilgrave was, but now that we think about it, he could have been. No, sort of.
Kilgrave was. Who?
Sort of. He had those powers too.
Who'd he say?
I don't know.
Well, I said
I
Daredevil
hope he-
probably could potentially be considered that, but I don't know. You know, That may not have been they were trying to do that to him. And then
What about Foggy?
Jessica Jones? Snoop Foggy Fogg has his own powers.
Yeah, getting bitches.
Snoop Fogg has cancer. Okay, that's a whole different thing.
Yeah,
It's a comics thing, you know.
I you mentioned that. That's a tough one. But it feels like that's what's happening with the Defenders. Can't speak to it completely because I haven't seen it all. Haven't read the comics. But it just seems odd. Jessica Jones is really not any different than, like Superman, except she can't fly and she doesn't have lasers. She's like Captain America, actually.
She's way less powerful than Superman.
Yeah,
She's like Captain America.
Strength.
Is what I mean.
She's way less powerful than Captain America.
Yeah, absolutely.
She's like, if you were to pick a superhero equivalent, she'd be like Shang-Chi level.
Cap isn't that crazy. He just got training as well. Like,
bro, you don't train to fight Thanos one-on-one, bro.
no.
You're juiced. Like, he's juiced. Okay, Jessica, like I said, Shang-Chi, Jessica, give her a movie.
Because the whole point of this is, like, Jessica's a normal person with, like, some skills.
Some
she don't even have skills. She just got strength.
She got big hops. She's kind of strong. She's not really fast, but she's got hops.
She's definitely not
strength.
fast.
And she heals faster.
Yeah, she got super strength.
But it's not like she heals super fast. Like, her ribs was still fucked up.
Yeah, she's not Wolverine or anything.
Nope.
I'm going to go off a point in episode 2 real quick. So, when they sent over the rugby team to jump Luke Cage, that's got to be the smallest rugby team I've ever seen in my life.
Bruv, have you seen English bruv? They're not very big, bruv.
I understand that, but you turn on a rugby game, they ain't all 5'7" and 150 pounds.
And Volk was a rugby player.
Volk was the seeker.
he's like 5'6".
Bro, yeah, no, he the outside.
300.
No, but you can hide it more in 15s. That's for sure.
I don't know what you're talking about.
When you play in 15s, you can have one or two guys.
I don't
on the
know what
end
that
that
is.
Are super fast.
I don't watch that.
It's the 15-man rugby.
I don't need to know. Okay, so look, the rugby team was small and tiny as fuck.
This dude Reek don't like numbers. Apparently, that's fine.
No,
15
I don't.
is too high for him to count.
No, I just don't care about rugby. So Luke Cage beat all their asses and said, "Get the fuck out my bar, you pussy ass motherfuckers." And that's when we find out Luke Cage got that juice. Jessica got that juice. They proceeded to mix juices.
Wow, dude, that's kind of crazy what you're saying, but I agree with
bars.
it. Yeah, that's pretty true.
This whole beginning portion of it was great because I loved the take on PTSD with the Kilgrave showing up on her and like the licking of the face portion. It was a lot of great stuff that happened in the very beginning that kind of went away as it went on, especially when she found out he can't affect her anymore.
I was gonna say Kilgrave was less and less spooky, like, because I felt like Kilgrave was a great villain for like 7 episodes,
and then he showed
like
up.
He was genuinely one of the best villains like in Marvel, and then he kind of kept getting nerfed.
Well, here's the crazy thing. Obviously, I can't blame David Tennant for that. Well, not completely. His acting is fine. I don't think David Tennant was the right person to portray this character. Personally,
I thought he did
I
fine.
loved him.
Yeah,
I respectfully, I wanted someone slightly more handsome than David Tennant.
He's not supposed to be handsome though.
Maybe he's not, but that's the kind of character where when their thing is like mind control and just basically sounding really convincing all the time. Traditionally, they're much more handsome, and they do that kind of stuff. So it just would have made more sense to me. But
Well, one, you're gonna piss off Doctor Who fans because they probably think he's handsome.
they probably
Two, the whole point of it is that he's like a dude who wouldn't get these things without the power. So like that makes more sense for him not to be this super big, super buff, super conventionally attractive guy.
but
He's
then-
just
I
a
agree.
dude.
But then they went a little bit too high for that, in my opinion, with David Tennant. So it's a weird in between that I think they hit personally for me with my less knowledge. I do understand exactly what you're saying, and it makes perfect sense to me. But I feel like David Tennant was not the best choice. Although I think he did a great job in the role. I think he plays a great asshole kind of character.
But like when he becomes slimy and scrawny towards the end, to me that is perfect for him because it shows you that the whole act he was putting on with the suits and the big talk and all that was a facade, and deep down he's still little Kevin.
I'd agree.
So that's why I disagree with your whole statement and opinion.
Okay, that's fair.
Disrespectfully.
Dude, wow.
Damn.
Oh, gosh.
That's wild.
But that's where I think the magic of it starts to slip away, especially because there's some characters I really, really like in this show. And then there's some I really, really don't. Like, I like Jessica. I like Malcolm.
I also like
Malcolm's
Malcolm.
cool.
Is okay.
I honestly like Trish a lot more the second time watching it, and I'm not sure if it was just the first season because I remember not liking her later.
The issue became
Oh, gosh.
some of these supporting characters.
I was okay with one of them for a little bit, and then that changed.
If it's Simpson, you're wrong.
Yeah.
There was just
Simpson.
a minute there. Just a minute where I said, you know what? This guy might be all right.
Simpson's weak as fuck, whack as fuck. He was whack as fuck in the comics. Don't like him at all.
I
cool.
was thrown from that train very quickly.
It just
Speaking
made no
of trains,
sense. Wow.
that's kind of crazy. But Trish took "fuck the police" a little too seriously in this show.
It's crazy because she almost got killed by the man. Then one night of conversation, they become an item. Then all these red flags continuously pop up, and she's copping pleas for him.
Yeah.
And I'm like, he tried to kill you. You were on team fuck this dude. Now you're on team fucking this dude. It don't make any sense at all to me. That's why Trish was a little stupid. But Simpson himself was a crackhead because he was on them red, blue, and white pills. And now in the comic books, he had a whole he looked like fucking Sting when he was using the surfer gimmick. He had like tight blonde mohawk. He had red, white, and blue over his face. He was like, I'm new. He just ran around shooting people with guns and shit. And he's whack as fuck in there, too.
I mean, he was basically like Steve's replacement, Captain America.
Well, this is he's one of 76 supposed super soldiers. That was the whole bit in this, is that, well, that's what the whole bit in his comic debut was. He's a super soldier, another attempt at it. And that's probably what they were doing now. But they can't say that because at the time, these shows were not connected to the MCU.
Right. Even
though they mention Hulk sometimes, but not by name.
The big green guy?
Yeah, the big green guy, the assholes who took down the city, da-da-da-da-da. But I will say, they did mention another character from the comics that was kind of cool. It was really, really, really quick. It's when Luke came back to talk to Jessica and said, I want to hire you to find the little dude. I forgot what his name is, the weed guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
She mentioned, I'll recommend you to Angela Del Toro. She's an excellent PI. In the comics, that's White Tiger. So I wonder if she exists in this universe, and if she does, I wonder if we're going to see her in Daredevil. Probably not, because Netflix Disney did not watch.
They forgot.
These shows.
They forgot about that. Yeah.
They were like, nah, bro, I don't even know what you're talking about. Who, huh? Iron Fist? Nah, bro, he gone. Luke Cage? We didn't pay him. God forbid they try to bring in White Tiger. They're like, get the fuck out of here.
I do like in that when she's trying to find that dude, the weed dude, how he is rolling up, fucking rapping backseat freestyle. That was kind of fire.
They do a lot of good rap music references throughout all of the Defender shows.
Really?
Iron Fist has a couple older ones, and Luke Cage specifically gets a lot of them because, black man doing black things. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So they got Wu-Tang for Luke Cage. Method Man makes an appearance in Luke Cage. Wow. And some other shit. It was pretty
somehow
cool.
Not shocking.
Yeah, because all the Wu-Tang has Marvel nicknames too. You know that, right? Method Man, Johnny Blaze, Ghost Rider, Ghostface Killer, Tony Starks.
Yeah, that's true.
These guys are big comic nerds, but they're also some of the greatest rappers of all time. You know what I'm saying? Wu-Tang, Wu-Tang, the RZA, the Jizza. Let me talk about the bad stuff, man.
Yeah, I got something.
Mm-hmm.
Once they caught him, he lost all the allure, and it was like, damn. And then Hogarth showed up and was doing Hogarth things. Hogarth is the stupidest fucking character ever.
Yeah.
She gets better, but god damn, she's so fucking dumb. Let me release this guy who can tell people to do what they want to do because I can trick him. No, you can't. You don't got game like that. You can barely keep your two hoes together. To be fair, I will cut some slack. Hogarth would low-key pimping since been pimping.
Yes.
That's pretty for true, actually.
You're not wrong.
She was running game on little young girl, and then she was making fun of her old wife.
She did seem to upgrade, but I can't be for sure.
she did that, and she said, "Fuck you, Wendy." And I was like, "Damn, now poor Wendy." And then the other, I just don't know what the blonde girl saw in Hogarth.
I don't.
But then they
either.
kind of
no
low
idea.
key explained it because she was like, "That's why I saw your power and I got enamored by it." I was like, "Oh, you just chasing the bag kind of thing."
Which makes some sense. I can understand that for sure. Not
I just can't believe the
100%, but
audacity of her to be like, "I'm Christian" at one point. I don't know if you guys remember I caught that line.
Catholic, yeah.
I'm Catholic. I'm like, first off, you're lesbian. Not gonna slide with Catholics. Second off, y'all have been fucking already. Like, we know this, right? Third off, the divorce is where you draw the line.
For real.
It's like whatever you say, Pam.
There's a
Pam,
lot
or
of,
whatever she called her at some point.
A lot of crazy things in these later episodes, bro. There's also
There's a lot they could have cut out and reduced this to 8, like 8 to 10.
Or 6.
Yeah.
Because I'm telling you.
Also the,
well, there was. Look, what was the purpose of them going through their whole entire elaborate plot to catch Kilgrave just to release him, just for him to mess around and play house for 3 episodes with Jessica? There was no
didn't
good purpose for that.
First off, they didn't release him. He got away the first time.
Yeah, because Hogarth.
Second time, well, no, the first time was the private
the
army.
first time, yeah.
Then the second time is when they caught him. That's when they actually got
Right.
him, when they were after playing house, when they got him, for real. You got to mix up your timeline. Because once he got out of that place, it was with the dad afterwards, was the whole plot.
Yes,
Yeah.
but that also was not much better.
I didn't say it was. I'm just saying you got your timeline mixed up, okay?
You're right. I did a little bit, but still, you're right. There was not much that needed to be in here in the later half that was in there.
The main thing I like about this was just Jessica getting her get back.
Yeah.
That was cool, but there was a lot of plot lines where I was like, man, that's kind of mid. I liked Malcolm's revival plot line. That was dope.
good.
That was cool.
Yeah.
I liked Malcolm. I liked what's his name? Oh,
Malcolm.
Ruben.
I did not like him.
Really?
Or, yeah, that's just wrong. Like, again, wrong take, wrong time.
Bro, I mean, I'm not saying he was like a great character.
He was creeping on Jessica, bro.
He was. It was an entertainment factor, I guess. I don't know. It provided a little extra something, but it wasn't.
It was just
crazy.
cringe. I had to low key fast forward those
His
parts.
sister was the part that I wanted to fast forward. She does a great
Yeah, that was
job
rough.
playing that specific role.
She's
That
done it
actress
like 3
does.
times now.
I know.
Yep.
Like she might have pigeonholed herself, but she's very good at it.
Hey, man, she pigeonholed herself to the boys' contract, all right? You know what I'm saying? Easy bread.
Yeah.
See,
yeah, that's
The
that's
thing
a
I
fact.
thought was craziest later was when Jessica and Kilgrave were talking to each other, and Kilgrave was going through his backstory plotline, and Jessica goes, "Why the fuck did you rape me, bro? That's fucked up." And Kilgrave said, "Well, I didn't have the best home life."
Yeah, that was like, oh,
I
first
went,
off, he said I
huh?
didn't.
Yeah.
He said it was great and you liked it. I was like, wow.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good subtext to this when it comes to like women sexual harassment and abusers and things like that, and PTSD that you get from it. Because really, if you break this down, take away the superpowers and shit, it's just about a woman trying to regain her life away from her abuser. You know?
Yes.
Agreed.
And
Yep.
That's a great subtext, and it made me look at She-Hulk, right? Because remember, I had you guys watch that one episode of She-Hulk
Yes.
where she got her sex tape leaked at the end, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, remember how when we talked about it, I told you guys, I was like, the show, because you guys kind of watched it outside of the episode, I was like, the show hasn't done enough to earn that. And then this show was like, all it was earning that right to have that subtext, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I appreciate it, because these are both superhero shows that have tackled that same plot. One did it fucking 6 to 8 years prior and did it 10 times better than this later one. So that's just what I wanted to say, that the subtext of Jessica Jones this season 1 was elite and great.
It helps when Jessica herself is a good character and played by a good actress as well.
I think you're supposed to say actor these days, sir.
Actor, sorry.
Thank you for a correction.
I don't even
But
know if
the
that's
whole-
right what you're saying, but
It is. I heard the streets tell me. But the whole back half up until she just, snip, snap, patty whack, my boy Kilgrave was just dragging for me. And I felt that way the first time I watched it. I was like, damn, bro.
Agree with you on this one.
You just did not need this to be 13. I understand that at the time they ran all of these shows were 13.
Oh, jeez. Yeah.
Mind you, I watched 13 episodes of Iron Fist.
Oh,
And 13
wow.
episodes of Luke Cage.
So
Yeah.
I mean,
But the Defenders was only 8.
on top of everything else they dragged out, the fact that they just put so much Simpson in the last half, and we got that whole plot, and then Trish taking the pills herself and almost dying.
He just disappeared, right? Like,
yes, he did.
Yeah.
They didn't like they mentioned it, and Jessica was like, "Oh, well," because Trish said that someone had taken the bodies from her place and like cleaned the whole thing up, and then Jess goes, "Yeah, I wish they'd done that, to my place. All they did was just take Simpson's body, and my place still looks gross."
Well, it's because Simpson was the one that cleaned up the other one, I think, but
Maybe
Simpson
maybe
or IGH, one of the two. Actually, you know what? I want to say it's IGH because I remember season 2 is hitting me again.
oh, yeah,
Yeah,
that's right. I forgot about that actually.
Stupid ass nuke.
Does that mean Simpson comes back?
Well, I mean,
You're never gonna watch it, so yeah, he does. Yeah,
yeah, you'd have to. Trish also is addicted to the pills.
yeah.
No
she gets addicted to the
way.
power. Yes.
She took one.
Spoilers.
Yeah.
But
That's terrible.
She likes the power, dude. Her whole
plot line
character
was
arc
that.
is
Yeah.
I know.
her whole character arc is wanting to be Jessica. So of course she's gonna take the pills that make her feel like Jessica.
I mean, she even said it. She's like, "Is this what you feel like? I feel amazing."
Yeah, I mean, she said it multiple times in the show. She trains like to the death almost.
Exactly. She gets off on adrenaline.
That's wow. Okay.
Yeah, that's season 2. To be fair, I never watched season 3, but I heard season 3. Actually, I think I watched a little bit and I stopped. I can't remember.
I honestly don't remember. Like I said, I really wanted to just watch season 1 again because I remember it being good.
Yeah, it was good. It was really good at some points, and I think it was mediocre at others, and that's like the big fight. I don't think it was ever bad.
I don't think so.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah,
I mean,
it
Reek
was
and I
never
also
booty cheeks.
watched this a little different to where we didn't cram it all in one day. So it was a little different for us.
Yeah. Tristan watched like 7 episodes in like a day and a half, so.
hey man, those episodes were all the trash ones in comparison.
That's the problem. They felt more trash. You had to watch them all so fast.
Yeah, I mean,
No,
your
I mean,
opinion's
I-
going to be different because of that.
We're not.
I got it. I don't think I would have got
invalidating
anything.
your opinion.
I don't think I would have got anything different out of it if I'd watched it over another 4 days.
But we're not invalidating your opinion. We're just giving context, okay? Don't be upset.
Well, y'all, the tone makes it sound like y'all mad at me for doing that, as if all of us haven't done that at some point.
I'm not. I'm just giving context. When I did that with Sensei, I gave context. I said, hey, man, well, my opinion might be fucked up because I had to watch 80 of these bitches in like 6 hours.
That was a
Yeah,
lot.
I've done that as well.
That was a lot.
So, yeah, I always give context for that kind of thing. I think it's important. But I did like the bait that she gave Kilgrave at the end with him being like, I'm gonna fuck Patsy. That whole Hannah Montana plotline, which is very much what they obviously were doing with that
Right.
Patsy bullshit. Interesting for child exploitation. Didn't really have
I
a
like
payoff.
that. No. Well, this season.
I don't remember
I'm pretty-
having one. You might.
I don't
you
think
might
we
know
get it
something I
until
don't.
3.
Possibly.
Pretty sure that's a season 3 thing, if I remember right.
Shout
but-
out Patsy, but yeah, he was like, "I'm gonna fuck Patsy," in his British bro voice. I was like, "Bro, that's crazy." He started making out with her, and then he was like, "Oh my god, you're actually," he wanted to believe that he had her, and then, she was like, "Da, motherfucker, da," and she snapped him, and then Hogarth defends her, and that's it. Also, Hogarth deserved the cuts she got.
Oh,
Probably
she should
got
have probably
cut
got
up
more.
Yeah,
Yeah.
She only gave her like 80 or something. I forget.
It was only like
Yeah.
30.
Shout out Wendy. Wendy was cutting her up Puerto Rican style.
Wendy, I don't know, bro. Like, Tristan can say upgrade all he wants, bro, but I don't think Wendy was that bad. The only bad thing that she did was just she wasn't folding to Jessica earlier in the season when she should have.
Yeah, no,
And she
that
was
do be a
old.
fact. Here's the other thing. The Hope bit was good, and then it ended very poorly.
Well,
Yeah, I felt like they just had to get her
yeah.
out the paint.
Yeah, it's unfortunate because, yeah, I really liked the Hope plotline up until she's in jail, and then it was fine, and then, yeah, I forgot
She
it paid
just
off
offed
like
herself,
that,
bro.
which kind of invalidated a lot of the first part, which kind of sucks,
Exactly.
but, I mean, that's also how stories go. It's not always going to be like that, so,
Granted,
especially when you're mimicking, life-like stuff.
It low-key felt like they wrote themselves into a corner where they couldn't kill Kilgrave because they needed him to testify, but they knew he would never do it. So they were like, all right, well, hope, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Pleasant
that's
surprise,
kinda how I saw
though.
it.
Shout out to seeing Erin Moriarty in that role, because I didn't know that was what was going to happen.
2 boys alone.
Yeah.
Shout out to the boys. Where's season 4 at, pussies? Hurry up.
Bring me more Erin Moriarty.
Stop, bro. God
You're
damn.
a weirdo, bro.
Okay, look, that's not. Hey, man, I've been on.
We talked off air, bro. You don't have to cut this.
That's it. That's all I'm saying, bro. You can be mad about that if you want. That's not crazy,
Okay, Kilgrave.
bro. Whoa.
So that was
whoa.
that was happening over there, and while that was happening, died. Everyone died. Everyone dead. GG. No re. Jessica Jones W walked away. Battle Royale survivor. Trish is doing her Trish thing. That's it. Season 1. That's all we're covering. Sorry. We made a decision off air. It's too much to watch in 1 week, man.
I just didn't want to watch
Absolutely.
more.
That makes sense. That's fair.
I mean, that's your opinion.
That's your opinion, Chief. You know what I mean? I'm gonna let
It
you
is
have
my
it.
opinion.
Yeah.
It was gonna be a no for me either way. I just. Ooh.
How about you chill out, bro? Okay, while we give these scores for unless anyone's got anything else to say about Jessica Jones.
Okay.
I have a solid 7.5.
Hey, me too.
Five.
Just give
and
it
a
the
half.
4. 5.5.
That's higher than I thought. Wait.
You say that's my default score?
I feel like you've given a lot of 5.5s.
I don't know. We watched plenty of mediocre stuff. To me.
Eli gonna say something to him?
No, I'm just looking at Tristan's scores.
Okay.
Like I don't know. Like it would. I don't know. I wasn't compelled
He's
by
somewhere
much.
in that range.
There was a lot of stuff that just didn't need to happen. A lot of stuff that ended in ways I didn't want it to. There was only a couple characters I liked, and the rest of them were mediocre at a very generous best, if not just actually bad characters.
Hey, man, that's fair. However, we have to have new shows, right? Our next show, our shows list is Night Agent and Beef and The Watcher. And by a wheel spin that was determined a few seconds before I even said anything, we're watching The Watcher. So hopefully Tristan can finally have a hit.
Oh, good luck.
I've heard
It's been
about
a
it.
struggle bus.
It has.
Shout out to us for always watching shows late with Night Watcher or Night Agent and Beef. We never watch them on time unless it's really good, and we've already seen it. For a movie, which we'll be
Catla
covering
wasn't too
next
bad.
week. Huh?
I said Catla wasn't too bad. I didn't swing and miss entirely on that one.
What'd you say?
I said I'm not
He was
over.
talking about Catla on your.
Oh, Catla.
Yeah, it was like your 4th point before you got to. Yeah.
Catla's kind of whatever the fuck, As far as movies, which we'll be covering next week, we got Parasite, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania, and American Gangster. Isn't that Denzel?
Yeah.
Why the fuck you put that under? That's fair. We watched
It looked
Parasite.
good.
Continuing the Korean streak. I think that's 3 Korean movies in a row for us.
It might be. Actually,
Yeah,
it is.
Shout out the Koreans. They make great films.
They do.
Tristan put this on the list a long time ago, I think.
Parasite?
I think so.
I don't think I
No, he didn't.
Maybe not. I
I
thought
think
he
I
did,
wanted
but
to watch it, but I don't
maybe
think I ever put it
you
on the
did.
list.
Somebody I remember put on the list a minute ago, like years ago.
What?
But anyway, I've been wanting to watch it, so.
did. Why did we take it off the list?
It might not have been on streaming yet.
Huh.
But yeah, shout out to Parasito. But yeah, thanks for hanging out with us today. I want to remind you guys that we have social media. Find us on Twitter at BINGBOIS. That is Binge Your Boys. Change the Y to an I. You find us on Instagram at DABINGBOIS. That's DA instead of the because we are dumb asses. You can also find us at the same at on TikTok. Once again, that's at DABINGEBOIS. We don't post anything on TikTok, so I'm sorry for whoever wants to see any of that. You can find us on YouTube at the same fucking bullshit. And yeah, man, that's just what we always do, bro. We be bullshitting, you know what I'm saying? Sorry. Got a little ignorant there. But to wrap things up, we want to remind you guys that with you today, my name was Enrique.
My name was Eli.
And my name is Tristan.
And I want you guys to remember, Tristan's extremely sus. Sus. He sus.